Before we jump into today's show about the Broncos signing, not that Lamar Jackson, but a Lamar Jackson, if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. We are so close to 11,000 subscribers. And if you want more daily Broncos content, we need more subscribers here at the channel so I can get more studio space. So hit that big red button and subscribe. The Broncos have signed Lamar Jackson, but not that Lamar Jackson. Tom Pelissero blue-balled us all with a really funny, dad joke of, the Broncos have signed Lamar Jackson. No, Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is not a free agent in November. It is a cornerback named Lamar Jackson. So if you got duped, I'm sorry. You probably should see it coming because you don't sign Lamar Jackson in November. But like I said, Tom Pelissero tweeting it out the news that Lamar Jackson, the cornerback, is joining the Denver Broncos. He was with the Bears earlier this season after 2 seasons with the Jets, if memory serves me correct, and he's going to face off against the other Lamar Jackson. So that is the latest news on that front. We're going to run through this. We're going to kind of break it down for you and give some analysis because the cornerback room right now for the Broncos is A, little thin, and B, not playing well. I mean, I'm not going to poo-poo on Patrick Surtain because he has been an elite corner this season, but the last 2 games, the last 2 weeks, Devontae Adams and DJ Moore have done some work on number 2. But with K'Wan Williams nicked up, U.S. corner in. By the way, quick disclaimer, like all of you, I'm watching the U.S. game right now, so if my eyes drift off, bear with me here. But Damari Mathis, the rookie, after a bad first game against the Chargers where he really got his first start after Ronald Darby's injury, he's picked up his play lately. But Lamar Jackson coming out of Nebraska in his career, it's a brief career. It's 19 games, 6 career starts in it. Again, anytime you sign someone in the middle of the season, they're not coming into your locker room to say, come on, Pulisic. Oh, come on. Damn it, got saved. Okay. All right, here we go. 2 pass breakups and 28 tackles. So, like I said before the header, Lamar Jackson, not the quarterback, the cornerback, he's not coming in here to save the day. That's not what happens on November 29th. The Broncos are nicked up. They are dinged up at corner, and George Paton is doing his job. Now, I do want to ask this, though. Did you know there was another Lamar Jackson? Kind of like how there are, or were whatever, 2 Brandon Marshalls, the receiver and the linebacker. Funny enough how they both played for the same team. Let me know in the comment section if you knew there was another Lamar Jackson, or you can let me know which Brandon Marshall you liked more, the wide receiver or the linebacker. Embrace debate. Now, next up on the show, we're going to talk about Russell Wilson because I saw an interesting article from Over the Cap kind of outlining Russell Wilson's contract and answering the question a lot of people are asking, could the Broncos get out of Russell Wilson's contract? The answer is no, you can't, right? When you give someone a 5-year, $250 million extension, you don't get to move on easily after 4 months of it. But we're going to run through the numbers now. So let's go milestone by milestone. The first opportunity the Broncos could cut Russell Wilson is right now, right in 2023, pre-June 1. June 1 is an important date in terms of the NFL schedule, NFL contracts, because some money comes guaranteed before and after it. If they were to cut him before June 1 of 2023, the dead cap hit is $107 million. It's not possible. It's not happening. He is not getting cut after the season before June 1. After June 1, it's a little more feasible, all right? Look at the post-June 1 cut right now for 2023. The dead cap hit for 2023 is just $39 million, which in the grand scheme of things is not digestible, right? It is digestible. You could work with that. Damn, it got blocked. All right. You could work with that. The dead cap hit for 2024 is $68 million. That's not possible. And George Paton, he cannot go to the owners and say, hey, I know you all just greenlighted this $250 million check I wrote for Russell Wilson. I kind of changed my mind, actually. Could we cut him after 1 season? No, that gets you fired. You can't. So Russell Wilson, like it or not, is going to be on this team next season. Now, let's move on to 2024 now, pre-June 1st. So this is after the 2023 season. The dead cap hit for that year would be $85 million. No cap savings whatsoever. The 2024 cap hit for him is $35.4 million. So stick with me. We got a lot of big numbers here. What about after June 1st, 2024? So this is like 18 months from right now. I think I got my math right. Something like that. Post June 1, 2024. So kind of get the calendar in your head here. The dead cap hit is $35 million that season. And the 2025 dead cap hit is $49. So after 2023 and after the 2024 season, so 2 more seasons plus the rest of this year, that is probably the first opportunity you could move on from Russell Wilson and not have it just completely cook your books. Wilson's dead cap hit year by year looks like this. Now, the cap is a myth. Money can be moved around. Bonuses can be signed into signing bonuses, stuff like that. Restructurings can happen. But this gives you a good idea of year by year, the soonest they could really move on from him, in my opinion, is after 2025. That's a $50 million dead cap hit that season. 2026, 31.2, you can make that work. You didn't have that in mind, but he is here to stay for 2023, next year. The following year for sure. Probably 2025. At least 2 years, most likely 3, although we have seen some pretty big recent dead cap hits. Look at 3 notable players who are still on the books for their team. Matt Ryan, when he got traded from the Falcons to the Colts, it left Atlanta with a $40 million dead cap hit. The Falcons took the draft pick and agreed, we're going to pay a lot of money to someone who will not be on our team. Carson Wentz, when he went from the Eagles to the Colts, $33.5 million dead cap hit, which, by the way, at the time was an NFL record, only to be beat later on by Matt Ryan. And then Julio Jones, speaking of the Falcons, when he went to Tennessee, 23.2. So we have seen some GMs, bite the bullet and eat a lot of dead money. $49 million, which is the number after 3 seasons or 3 more seasons, would be an NFL record by $9 million. That's a big jump. I don't think Russell Wilson is going anywhere until 2026. Plus, we never know what could happen. He could pick up his play. New coach could come in and revitalize the team. A lot can change. It is the NFL. Now, speaking of Russell Wilson, I also saw this on Twitter. I saw this tweet, which included a slow-mo video of Russell Wilson walking up to the locker room before. Oh, shot! Damn it! Too high. All right. Russell Wilson walking into the locker room before the Panthers game. In the comment section, the replies were just brutal. I mean, like the Broncos country, let's ride, they had to die. Russell Wilson, he's got a team. He's that, high up. He needs to tell his team, we got to chill on the social media posts because we are extremely tone deaf here, and it's just not coming across well. So, Russell Wilson, just tell your boys, tell your girls, the team on Twitter for your social media crew, dial it back. Maybe go 0 dark 30 for a couple of weeks until a win. That's the new rule. You can tweet again once the Broncos win. How about that? Shake hands? Shake hands. All right. U.S. advancing. All right. Iran took it away. Now, before we get to the rest of today's video, we got some more news to get to and whatnot. Today's sponsor is BetUS. Head on over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Broncos125, and you're going to get a 125% deposit bonus. So, if you want to put some cheddar down, not on the Broncos. Don't do that. But I do kind of like Utah moneyline. Pac-12 always self-destructs. I also just like taking TCU -7. Vegas hates the Horned Frogs. I think they could cover that against Kansas State. So make all your picks this year at chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Broncos125. All right, some more roster moves to get to. In addition to Lamar Jackson being signed, the Broncos waived running back Devin Ozigbo. Remember, he came over from the Saints practice squad back in August and flirted on the Broncos practice squad, was elevated after all the rash of injuries. Well, it appears that Denver is going to move forward with Latavius Murray, Marlon Mack, and maybe they're optimistic. Well, not Chase Edmonds on IR. So, look at the current depth chart here for the Broncos. There's going to have to be some more shakeup. Murray is legit an RB1 for this team in terms of finding a player in the middle of the season as far as that goes. Marlon Mack could see an uptick in usage in the weeks coming forward. Mike Boone is on IR, but he is eligible to come off. So I think this signing or this waiving of Ozigbo is a sign that Mike Boone, with that high ankle sprain he sustained in the Chargers game, I believe, is going to be coming back soon. So this opens up a roster spot for him. Let's talk about Week 13 for a moment, though. Denver going to Baltimore. It's going to be ugly. Cross. Give me a corner. All right. It's going to be a bloodbath. So who do you got? Broncos, Ravens. I wish I could stand up here right now and deliver some words of encouragement and a key to victory for Denver. There is none. Here's the key to victory. You hope that once again, the Ravens, for the fourth time this year, have an all-time fourth quarter meltdown and blow not just a lead, but a double-digit lead. They were up by 9 in the fourth quarter against the Jags. They blew it against the Giants, the Dolphins, some other game I can't remember. That is your only hope. You just watch Al Pacino any given Sunday 4 to 5 times on the bus ride over. Oh, come on, damn it. And that's your only way of happening. The Broncos, in my opinion, I mean, they've already gotten their, asses kicked, but they could be a whole can of whoop ass opened up on them from the Baltimore Ravens, who are hungry for a win because they are pissed off that they blew it against the Jags last week. They are tired of being called frauds, and they want to make an example out of the Broncos that, you know what, we are not this bad of a team, and we're going to make a point against a weak Broncos team. So I hate to be that guy, but how am I not that guy? Everyone is this guy. The Broncos are losing this game. If they win, it'll be no short of a miracle.